961. Welcome back to the City Block. Ezel, Clyde the Outlaw holding it down for Mixmaster Gio today. Our guests are in studio, and when it comes to mashing up on productivity and creativity and the music and the vibe, it's definitely in all your DNA.
Hey.
I want to welcome two brothers to the studio. First, Keshav. How you doing, man? Welcome.
I'm good, man. Thank you for having me back.
Good to see you back home.
Yeah, man.
Back in the thing.
Yes, sir.
My brother J-Lava.
Blessings.
I didn't realize he was coming too.
Yes, boy.
But,
And the artist with the producer and the producer with the artist. You know what I mean?
Well, as he had to, you
Roles kind of switched too.
just juggle them two hats right now. I mean, I know that's not an easy thing.
No,
It can never be.
Again, used to it.
Again,
used to it.
again there.
If I find any sweet spot, trying to cradle it rather than squeeze it and hold on to it. You know what I mean? Cradle it with the sweet spot in the middle.
Yeah, I mean, you were in that producer hat for almost 20 years now and going strong.
It's almost a couple decades.
Almost
you know
a
what I
couple decades and a couple decades of great success.
Yeah.
I mean, you've worked with the best of the best, from soca artists to dancehall artists. You're dabbling in the pop,
Grateful,
in the pop EDM, and then of course, like the last time you were here with us last year, you're talking about, evolving into obviously now being front stage with that mic in your hand.
Yeah. For me, it's a logical and natural progression. It's something I always wanted to do.
Right.
But and as I always say, I just have to focus on my production career, and it's borne such beautiful fruit, and really is me.
Yeah.
And I've really melded with music from that perspective. You know what I mean? I really got into with music as a concept from that perspective. From a metaphysical level.
Right.
And so now, the time I was ready a couple of years ago to start doing this, I started doing it, and learning on the job. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You have to get record time, mic time, behind the mic, stage time. You know what I mean?
Correct.
A couple of years later, a lot of that has been happening. You know what I mean?
And I know you've been doing a lot of big festivals out there in Europe, Belgium, and so forth. I mean, with being a part of just now the production team, I know you go to a lot of festivals, a lot of gigs, but then now you're doing it where you performing. Yeah. So how was that change for you and that natural progression?
Yeah.
How was that been?
I mean, it added things to the calendar, but it's the older I get, the more I learn about time management.
Yeah.
So it's all about time management. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, it's such a blessing to be able to perform solo stuff as well and have some demand for that, and people asking me to do things in festivals. So hey, I enjoy the wave. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm enjoying the wave, but hey, I'm starting to get some real stink productions, very, very well put together pieces of music that my friends are sending me, and
I know all his brethren from 19 or long. So I mean, I guess as you say, you watching your brethren saying, yeah, what's going on? I ready to record my thing,
Yo.
Yeah. So
he will tell you the story, but it was unexpected, right?
let me hear. Tell me, how you doing, man?
I'm good, man. So basically it was, usual thing, I make some music, send Keshav for a little feedback, but this time it was different.
Right.
The feedback was,
I want this.
It's like literally in a couple of days, we had a product to put out there.
I was in the middle of COVID in London off the back of the Notting Hill Carnival tour. Just done like 8 gigs in 5 days for Notting Hill just now.
Yeah.
And I was recovering from this COVID. I get the Notting Hill strain. I dread COVID, right? So I was flat, lie down. And he sent it to me. But immediately, some melodies and ideas start to hit me one time now. So I start to voice note them to him immediately so I wouldn't lose it.
Yeah.
Right? And a couple of weeks later, a week or so later, when I came back to Trinidad, I just went straight. I mean, as soon as my voice recovered from
of course,
COVID
once you were back up 100%.
I went straight in. And there's a few more productions, man, that I've gotten from other friends as well. Some bad boy DJs and producers, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Music is a 360 thing. So the DJ will know how the crowd reacts and what the people want, and the producer will know it from another perspective. And for me, or not even dabbling, really diving full force into the pool as an artist, I'm enjoying it from this perspective.
Well, I'm glad you say that. So let me ask J-Lava. Now, everybody's known you over the years as a top-notch DJ in the business. It's a mutual respect. You know that.
Man,
for the years gone by, and now I know you've worked with the likes of Jillionaire with Garland and Fayan and the track for Shaggy. How was that experience? And even before you even tell us the experience, why the decision to then say, you know what, I'm gonna go from behind the turntables and the mic to now sit down behind that laptop or that screen and produce? What was that journey like?
I love music, not only playing music as a DJ, but I've found a love for creating it as well. You know, at an early age, I used to play instruments.
Okay.
So, you know, music was always in my DNA, as you said, you know. It was really a natural progression because I love playing music, and creating music is like my new found passion, you know.
Yeah.
Understanding it, and I have great people around me to, you know, give me
To give you feedback and to
Yeah.
bounce off. I mean,
well, feedback turning into
Well,
tracks now, you know.
true. Look at that. I
At
mean,
least for me.
Yeah, man. So, you know, forever grateful. So the natural progression working with Bungie and Fayan and Jillionaire was a blessing in 2019.
yeah.
That same year, I had the opportunity to work with Shaggy. I haven't actually. Let me rephrase that. I worked with his producer Tony Kelly, so I co-produced
Okay.
on that track, right? And it was the first track on his album Caribbean Way, which was I can't even
That's crazy,
explain per words to it. You know, I was honored to work on that project. And then COVID happened. So during the COVID, I've been under the radar working on production every day
billing
to
beats,
this
yeah,
day,
yeah,
billing beats, you know, hardcore. Because I mean, during COVID, I didn't really have anything to do, you know. So I was basically in my cave working on music. I was working on music before, but this time I really get to hone in on the craft, you know.
I feel you, man.
Yeah, and
that,
to
that,
work
that COVID time. You know?
To work with stars like Garland and Fayan on the soca side of things,
Yeah, man.
but then you have a man like Jillionaire who dabbles in everything
Yeah,
from
yeah,
EDM,
yeah,
go
yeah.
straight
Big up
down the
Jillionaire
line
every
Big up the
time.
to
brother.
now Shaggy with the dance or reggae thing. So
Yeah,
I
man.
mean, I know you for you it's like a worldview
Yeah.
of music.
Yeah.
So tell us what did you send to him? What kind of energy was it? You know what I mean?
Well,
This thing real, man.
so basically, I've been dabbling in a lot of Afrobeat. Even before the pandemic, I've been listening to a lot of Afrobeat. My new soul love is Amapiano. I've been listening to that for a couple of years as well. But as a Caribbean person, a Trini, you know, no matter what I try to make, it will always have an essence of Trinidad. You know, the Caribbean. You know, that bounce, that no matter what I try.
Sound familiar?
You're right,
It's the
exactly.
same thing. It's the
Yeah,
same,
yeah, we have like
same
mind.
energy.
We have
Yeah,
like-
What
same
I
energy.
try, it will always have that Caribbean bounce. So what I sent him is basically a bit of Afro, a bit of Amapiano, a bit of Trinidad Bacchanal. You'll hear it, you know, but it has all the flavor of the Caribbean and Africa.
Right.
Yeah. It's a perfect marriage for me in that sense. And them log drums, man. This guy, so he's been studying the Amapiano and Afrobeat production style, but his own flavor is indelible. It's a real Trini bong stick.
Okay.
And so when the iron come in, no, this is not a other record. This is one of we thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's what
it stands out.
absolutely. So that's what you know. I responded to. He basically sent me a set of stink drums, bro. Like the drums are so mad.
I know drum that your middle name.
Absolutely.
You love
But
that.
that's what I sent him to, because
Right.
I know he's the
Easy,
man to
yeah,
tell me
easy
about
man.
if the drums right or not. You
You
know?
know, I had was to commandeer that beat. So respect, my brother.
Yeah,
Thank
man,
you.
respect.
You know what I mean?
So what's the name of the track?
Yeah, this is called Jam Session, man. Jam Session. I'm just used to jamming with my friends and musicians, but jam session can mean all kind of things. There's so much different kind of jam sessions. You know, a triple meaning if you think about it, right? So yeah, jam session, man. When you get together with your people as well, too, sometimes the vibe's just untouchable.
Yeah, man, a
And-
fun song.
Right? And that was just me tapping into that kind of energy. Video coming soon, right? With that kind of energy as well too. But yeah, mad track. I'm just so happy that we've done this, man.
All right. Well, let me get down to the business.
Yes,
man.
I.
We're live on the Ojo. Keshav is here. J-Lava. It's all about the jam session. Brand new.
Yeah, man.
Let's do it, Outlaw.
Yeah,
J-Lava.
slap with. Yo.
Can I sing it?
If you
All right.
could sing
I will
it.
sing along.
Come on, now, man.
Yeah.
What you asking?
Louder.
We madder than mad flavor. Like pepper in a pot with a heavy hand. Yeah, we from the islands. Razor sharp like a katana, straight out of Japan. From here is a bantan. Oh, bad girl, please, everybody, let me see your hand. You know where we depend. So let me see your bounce and roll it down, and we going. Whoa, yeah, you need to get down low.
Sing the other part.
Whoa, yeah, gather the team. We moving stink and dirty. We bold face. Whoa, yeah, I wanna see you get nasty. Yeah, we back to we always. Like all the beans, we want to make mass in here right now, cause This is a jam session. Bacchanal. Hey.
Whoa! Again, that kind of rap so feel thick as well, though.
Chicken all day.
Yo, I'm feeling it. I hear that. I hear that too.
Oh, yeah, yo.
We've been morning on the road, right?
Oh, yeah, yo. We madder than mad. Flavor. Like pepper in a pot with a heavy hand. Yeah, we from the islands. Razor sharp like a katana, straight out of Japan. From your is a bantan. Oh, bad girl, please, everybody, let me see your hand. You know what we dip on. So let me see your bounce and roll it down and we going. Oh, yeah, nothing for we to get down low and turn up the whole place. Oh, yeah, gather the team, we moving stink and dirty, we bold face. Oh, yeah, I wanna see you get nasty, yeah, we back to we always. Oh, yeah, like ODBs, we bound to make mass in here right now, cause this is a jam session. Bacchanal is we program. Up in the rave or downtown, so jam in your section. Drinking champagne or old rum. We come from the Soca Island. We party in rain or hot sun, so jam in your section.
True story.
I've been known to cause a little trouble. No, we drinking my glass or what double. We only want the gal them start to bubble. Let go the inhibition, feel what you're feeling now. I wanna see rock out, get on bad, start to scream. I wanna see you wild out like my team. You know we don't want your face and oh yeah, you nothing for we to get down low and turn up the whole place. Oh yeah, hey, get on the team, we moving stink and dirty, we bold face. Oh yeah, I wanna see you get nasty, yeah, we back to we always. Wow, we bound to make mass in here right now, cause this is a jam session. Bacchanal is we program. Up in the rave or downtown, so jam in your section. Drinking champagne or old rum. We come from the Soca Island. We party in rain or hot sun. This is a jam. Bacchanal program. Up in the rave or downtown, so jam in your section. Drinking champagne or old rum. Soca Island. Party in rain or hot sun.
Jam session. Sound of Keshav.
It's so fun.
J-Lava on the production. I hear and feeling Juve morning. You see, just before the sun come up,
Yes.
you now reach the band and you're looking to who are the mud, who are the pay, and they get dirty one time.
Yes, sir.
The
Bomber
perfect,
drink.
the perfect warm up for it.
Yeah. That's the energy I'm feeling, man. Loving the track, loving the track.
Thank you.
What a fusion.
Means a lot, brother. Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. And I commend you on your growth.
Thank
You
you.
know what I mean? Your growth from the tracks like you. I know you had the album Remains, and you're touching so many different zones and genres of music when they hear you on stage.
Yeah.
And that speaks to the fact that I know you're a man. You're a global man. You've been around the world.
It's my experience, you know.
Yeah,
I
it's
just
your experience.
keep it
You live in your
authentic
truth.
to my perception, you know, in this life, you know what I mean? And it takes me on other journeys, and all of the things that you hear from me and see from me, that's me, you know what I mean? And the older I get, the more experience I get, the more unapologetic I get about it, you know what I mean? So this is one of them records. I think it's the beginning of a nice wave for me, you know what I mean? I have a few records coming out. We was talking about it.
Tell us about it.
Yeah,
what you could mention.
I could, yeah. Well, but nah, there's a potentially 4 more records coming out this carnival that just kind of almost fell in my lap, and really amazing collaborations that I didn't even expect.
Okay.
All right, so like look out for another single dropping on this Friday. So one last week, one this week, you know, and then there's a few more, man. Like, you know, hopefully I'll be back and give you guys another sneak peek at some point. But yeah, producers sending me stuff, musicians sending me stuff, so I just, you know, accepting what is coming to me.
And that's from the artist perspective.
Yeah,
Let's put back on the producer hat now.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, coming. Go.
I real thing. But today was meant to be. Anyway, you know, there's a lot of stuff coming. I have a few rhythms dropping with my brethren Raka, who I did the Badang rhythm.
Badang, of course, classic.
Badang, right?
Yeah, classic.
So the follow-up rhythm to that is dropping soon. There's another Juve thing with a couple of my closest, you know what I mean? There's a few of the return collaborations that you would know me for coming back out again. But as I said, I'm trying to finish these productions earlier in the season. We're already into the season, quite into the season.
Pretty much.
So
You know,
this
it's
week,
beginning.
this week and next week and the following week are pretty busy weeks for me. So.
And before we wrap up, I know you
Yeah.
mentioned about January. You said you're gonna be taking a,
Oh,
it's a
yeah,
tour
yeah.
of India. Tell us about that.
Yeah. Interesting, man. There's big festivals out there, and one in particular has been observing my social media and hearing stuff. And they're into Caribbean music, and there are a lot of big Caribbean artists that go to that festival. And they hit me up, and they're like, "Yeah, we'd like you to come across and do a solo performance at the festival. And here we're gonna organize a few other shows for you across India."
Wonderful.
So yeah, man. I mean, I grew up there as a kid. My mom's from India.
Right,
You know what I
right,
mean?
yeah.
It's one of the many places I moved around and lived in. You know what I mean? So yeah, right now it feels bountiful, but it's not always easy. For anybody who listening, if they want to make that kind of transition and do all these things that I'm doing or interested in these things, yeah, you had to go through them struggles, and then appreciate the moments when it's hard, and appreciate the moments when it's really good as well too.
It all helps
It's a
to shape.
cycle.
It all helps to shape your shape your perspective,
Absolutely.
and lay the foundation for who you are. And that's why you can able to dabble in all these different markets and fuse everything together, and still, of course, in each different zone, hit them Trini Bacchanal,
Absolutely, I mean,
sticking it in there.
I can't forget. I can't forget to rep, and I cannot forget to rep. It's just not a part of my DNA.
It's who we are.
I have to be. I'm the son of a Trini ambassador. You know what I mean? So it's inevitable. And us as people, when we go out there, we just rep. We feel so proud. You know what I mean?
real.
So whereas I have such a global kind of Patong accent, right? You better be sure when I on a record, when on a soca record, I will rep correct. You know what I mean?
Have to.
I kind of like Atto in them interviews, sometimes you pick up Atto all
All the time, for real. And Lava, so what's next for you, man? What is
More
production
music.
thing?
Yeah, man, more music. Not only Carnival, but I plan to be doing music throughout the year.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah.
I don't believe in the seasonal thing, so you could look out for more music throughout the year.
I've been
Not only
hearing
Carnival
some mad
time.
stuff, bro, from this guy.
So if artists who just heard what Keshav did with one of your rhythms,
Yeah, man.
if artists are listening right now and saying, "Yo, I could do," how can they link up with you, man?
You
How
can
they
find me
connect?
on Instagram at DJ J-Lava. Right? All my handles are DJ J-Lava.
Yeah, most definitely. Keshav, get them the handles as well, no?
Yeah, man, Keshav Trinidad. Keshav Trinidad.
Before we go, I know football was a big part of your life all the way.
Yo, big up to the national.
You was in the stadium last night?
I was busy finishing a couple of records.
Well,
and I
yeah,
couldn't-
okay, work.
You know
I
what?
wasn't there myself. Work, you know where this go.
Yeah, man, I was talking to him ex-prime earlier, you know what I mean? He's a big proponent of the national team, and, I'm so happy to see so many people coming out and supporting the
We
team.
have to.
It's a big turning point. We beat the US, That doesn't happen often. So,
Nope.
show your support behind the national team. I'm glad you asked that question. And, I'm absolutely into football. I used to play for the youth.
I
national
know
team.
that. That's why I break it
You know
down.
what
I
I
know
mean?
that. That was your thing.
That's what led me
That was
back
life.
back in the day, you know what I mean? And it gave me the chance to, when I was coming home to train, I would intern at Caribbean Sound Basin, and I met, through all of that experience, I met Shock and Tricanal and Marshall and
see how the link.
Ataclan and everybody, and all these people, is in my DNA, man.
All
So-
part of your journey. All
Yes,
part
sir.
of your journey.
Yeah.
So guys, I want to thank you all for coming through.
Yo,
and thank you for this contribution.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I
Thank
know,
you.
I'm not lying. Yeah, the jam session.
Hey,
Vibes,
I'm glad you're
vibes.
feeling it.
No, I'm telling you.
Right? Video coming very soon,
coming.
right?
Yeah,
And look out for my next singles and Lava's other productions coming soon.
Keshav, J-Lava.
Respect.
Respect all the time, brothers.
Badang.
Love.
Ocho 961. This interview and much.